up again, Cowboy fans and YouTubers? It's that VA Dallas Cowboy fan coming back at you. If you haven't, subscribed, shared, liked, comment down below. Enjoy all these videos. I try to make as many that are helpful to you out there as I can. And I like doing these videos because it helps me talk about the Cowboys and get stuff off my chest. This will probably be the last video I make before the draft. It's trying times, folks. We have so many mock drafts out there. We have so many trade options. We have so many players that can fall to us. It's crazy. I've seen so much going on. And the one thing I'm starting to see is that people are mocking offensive guys to us just basically because they say with 10 picks, we can always just get defense later. Yeah, that's true, but these are the same people who told us that in the past the Cowboys have sucked at drafting defense. So why exactly would you waste prime capital on an offensive guy again when our history of drafting second to seventh round defensive guys have sucked? Let's be honest. Our decisions in that department hasn't exactly been great since the 90s. So why exactly are we wasting draft capital on an offensive guy? Now, if Kyle Pitts drops or Swole or Slater, you might have an argument. But other than those three, I don't see the Cowboys picking any kind of offensive player. People who've said take a wide receiver just to screw the Giants or the Eagles, that's stupid. It's not going to happen. But to further my thought on that, I went back and checked in 2017 when we basically had a whole defensive draft because we let Barry Church and J.J. Wilcox and who else leave? We let Carr leave. And basically Claiborne and our whole defense, corners and safeties left. And we chose that draft to pick and try to replenish, right? Now, I think back, we had Cheeto and Lewis. We had Xavier Woods. We had Anthony Brown coming back. So you thought we're in a good position right there. And they just elevated Jeff Heath. So maybe the idea was we're good. But as I deep dove into it, between the draft, when we had 9 picks, 21 undrafted free agents, mini camp invites, veteran tryouts, out of 30 people that we picked up that season for draft purposes or free agents after the fact, you know that only 4 of those stuck? 4 out of 30 people. That's 19.1% of actually getting somebody who's going to stay on the team past 2017 or past that contract. Think about that. Out of the 21 undrafted free agents and stuff, only Cooper Rush and Blake Jarwin is still with the team. Cooper Rush for depth purposes behind Dak, and he gets lost in the shuffle when talking about Garrett Gilbert and Ben DiNucci. But he's still here. We let him go, and he came back. But nobody talks about him. And Blake Jarwin, nobody's talking about because everybody's so fixated on Pitts. But Blake Jarwin was set to have a breakout year before he got hurt. And Dalton Schultz came in and showed he could step up. So between those two guys, you had tight ends. Then you get Sprinkler, who's a blocking tight end. And you got Sean McKeon, who's been on the team a couple years now, who's waiting for his chance. But he keeps getting knocked down the depth chart. So, again, between 21 people out of that and you only got 2, that's not looking good. And our 9 draft picks, who's still on the team now? We re-signed Jordan Lewis and we re-signed Noah Brown. 2 out of 9. That's not good odds. And we got Jordan Lewis in the 3rd round? And Noah Brown was a 7th round draft pick. And Noah's an offense guy. So you think one guy out of 8 on defense that year, behind Taco and Cheeto, is still on the team. So when people say you can just go out and just draft with the rest of our picks, show me where the Cowboys have actually gotten the draft right on defense to say we can just waste draft capital on offensive guys all the time. If anything, you pick the offensive guys way late in the draft or undrafted free agents because there's still free agency. People don't even talk about that. There's still free agency after the draft that you can still pick and choose from. So you don't need to get all this offensive weaponry in the draft. So, because nobody talked about tight end for free agency, but when he comes in the draft, now y'all all on it. I don't understand that. How you want offense when you didn't even think about it in free agency? I guess youth and everything upside, but no. And in 2017, if you thought, hey, we'll just get free agents to come in and take over, they signed 10 free agents. And if you're a fan of this team and you know how Stephen Jones works, free agents in his mind is re-signing our own. So when you think outside free agents, there's no hitting on any of that. And they've been horrible at that, especially on defense, since Brandon Carr. So there's no point to think that anybody in free agency that we've gotten already or will get after might make the team. So, and out of 10 free agents that year, only one is technically still with the team. And, of course, it was an offensive guy. Who is that one? He is now former quarterback turned offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore. So in 2017, we've had 40 people, drafted free agents, undrafted free agents, veterans, and our own free agents. 40 people. And out of those 40, we only retained 5 that are still with the team to this day. That's not great. And when you think defense, one out of 40 is the only player that we have retained past their initial draft contract. So that's just my thoughts. With people saying we could just do what we want willy-nilly and get anybody to come in after the draft or use draft capital later in the draft for certain things. This team has not exactly been the best at picking defense. Now, I don't know if that's due to coaching or ownership or horrible scouting, but this team cannot miss on this draft if they're going all defense. I don't mind getting an offensive guy, but it has to make sense. Now, you could use some of these comp picks to do it, but using the first round pick and possibly the second round pick on an offensive guy, I don't want it. I don't want to see it. I think it's a wasted pick, to be honest. Our offense is not the problem. We said that last year before everything went to hell. So why exactly do people want Kyle Pitts? If it wasn't a problem last year, why are you trying to upgrade something that doesn't need an upgrade? That's my thing. But people can want what they want, and best available player, but best available player for positional need. That's what I say. BPA PN. I think Jeff Kavanaugh said that. So, that's just my thoughts on it. I don't want to see an offensive guy using our premium draft capital when he may never see the field. He may not be as productive as we want because of other things going on, and it just doesn't work out. I don't want to use that kind of pick on a guy and we screw it up, and the Cowboys have that habit. So I want to use as much draft capital as I can to replenish this defense. So next offseason, if it blows up in our face, at least we know exactly where we can fix it. Because the offense, these guys are going to be on the field for the next couple of years together due to their contracts. Gallup might be the only one out of a contract. But other than that, you can use draft next year to get Michael Gallup's replacement. We don't need to be so picky right now for a wide receiver. And for those saying last year CeeDee Lamb fell, we picked him. Yes. And what did I say? Best available player on positional need. We needed a slot receiver. And he fell. So we picked him. Randall Cobb was gone. So that's why we picked that pick. I know K'Lavon Chaisson was supposed to be the pick. That's who everybody mocked to us. Well, he went to Jacksonville and didn't do squidoosh. So if he went to a team that was probably better suited for defense and didn't do anything, imagine if he came to the Cowboys and did nothing. We'd want him out of town faster than Taco Charlton. So we fans need to just relax, chill, just wait for the draft to happen and hope for the best. Because we need to hit on these picks, and if we screw this up, it's going to set us back another couple years. All right? But that's my lasting impression for the draft coming up. I'll probably see y'all again come draft day. I'll probably make videos throughout for like certain picks that we know have been controversial. If they trade in or out, I'll make a video. And because I don't want to hold up the live streaming platform for everybody that's going to live stream that night. But unless something else major happens, that's all I got for now. Until next time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is VA Dallas Cowboy Fan.